You may have heard that Windows was taking away free updates. You were going to have to pay for them from the middle of October. They were giving you some free options, but I didn't buy into any of their free options. Now they've since come back, as far as I know, and said that there's a stay of grace for another 12 months with Windows 10. Well, it's too late. Not been happy with Windows for a long time. I think my computer will run better on Linux as well. Now I did actually transfer over to Linux when I had an XP machine, when they tried this same trick many years ago, and for some reason I came back to Windows. Well, I'll never do that again. Certainly not now I've actually got Linux on my computer. It's so much better and it's so simple to move across. But let's put the first safety check in for you on this one. Get an external hard drive, copy documents, music, pictures, videos across onto an external hard drive. Your email should be saved on your webmail, but if there's any really important emails, save them across individually on your hard drive. But we're already actually on Linux here. It looks so like Windows. Now there's one other thing. They say that Linux is a much more secure system than Windows, so you get less attacks with it from viruses, etc. I've not even set up the virus stuff on my computer yet. Something else I've got to do, but like I said, that's available as well, the virus checking, etc. So what do you do to transfer across? Well, when I first looked at it, I looked at Linux Mint, downloaded the file, but they asked you to do a checksum, and I could never get the checksum to work. So I looked around for another Linux system, and I'm glad I did, because I think I found a much better one, Zorin OS. Now I've downloaded Core, which is free, but you can download the Pro version, which is only 47 quid, but I'm going to run it on Core to start with, and then I might migrate across to Zorin OS Pro. Now you have to create a bootable USB. Now the program that they recommend on Zorin didn't work for me, so I downloaded this Rufus. I'll put both the download links in the description. So I'm preferably using Rufus because it works for me. So the first thing to do is download the software. There's your link onto your computer. Then burn a bootable USB. It's all quite simple if you're a techie. If you're not a techie, get somebody a little bit more experienced to help you set up. So once you've burnt your bootable USB, turn your computer off. Now I've got a Lenovo, so when I turn my Lenovo back on, I hit F12, which takes me into the BIOS settings. So just keep hitting the BIOS key for whatever your computer is, and then it'll come up. And then I clicked on the USB, and it loads Zorin onto your computer, but it's not permanent to start with. You can play around with it, booting it up from the USB each time, and it won't make permanent changes to your system. But once you're happy with it, there's the option to make it permanent actually once you've got the USB in and you boot it up using the BIOS settings, so you can then make it permanent on your computer. You can also dual boot it, have Linux or Windows on the same computer. Now I had a couple of issues when I did it on my computer because I got fast memory on it. I had to go in BIOS settings and turn that off. Also, for some reason there was an issue with the partitions. It still thought Windows was on for some reason. I don't know if I'd done something wrong when I first tried doing it. So I was only getting 14 gig, not the full 1T, but I did something and got rid of that issue. But I did exactly the same thing on my parents' computer, and I had absolutely no issues at all putting my parents across. and they're 81 and 85. Now there are some slight differences between Windows and Linux. I mean, generally speaking, most stuff will actually install just normally using this install side. However, sometimes you have to do it from command level. You might need somebody a bit more experienced to get you set up, but once you're set up, like I said, my parents are using it, no issue at all, but it's very similar. Now, the other thing is I used the OpenOffice suite for spreadsheets, etc., but you've got Libra already on here, and I'm going to just stick with Libra. So that's just a simple explanation how we can move across from Windows to Linux. My thing is, if you're not 100% sure, take your time. Go and ask somebody else for assistance, you know, another member of your family or a friend. And once you're up, I think, like me, you'll be pleasantly surprised. So I hope that helps you move across from Windows to Linux. But like with everything, check it all out yourself. I'm only giving you my view on it. So I hope that helped you, and thanks for watching the video.